Revive Minecraft Dungeons. Well, your wish might be Jeb's command because he just shared that he's working on another recording in the studio. As you can see, there's a couple of cameras pointing at him, and then there's this little preview where you can see that there's a bit of an Easter egg because Jeb is wearing a shirt with some fire on it. Now keep in mind that when Jeb revealed Minecraft Legends for the first time, he was wearing a Badger shirt, which he later confirmed was a nod to the codename of the game. This was of course Badger, hence Badgerman by the way, but interestingly, is it possible that he is hinting to Spicewood by wearing a shirt with fire on it? Well, this is certainly something that seems possible, and speaking of fire, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more fire videos like this one where we'll talk about all of the biggest things happening in Minecraft, starting with Minecraft Spicewood. So Mojang have been hiring new staff for a non-Minecraft game for quite a few years now, and what was interesting is that we thought we learned why in the start of this year when this Minecraft content overview leaked to the world. You might remember this, and it's got a few accurate predictions, such as when the Minecraft lives would be, and also it's got the accurate prediction of a Minecraft game drop every 3 months, as well as the Minecraft in-person event expanding, which it did. And then it also has at the very bottom here the idea of Minecraft Spicewood, which was going to have new game content in the fall and was presumably going to launch in the spring. Now, I would be very skeptical of this, and I would argue it's been proven inaccurate since, because not only did the Minecraft movie not release in Q3 in homes, it's actually already released, you can go and rent it if you want to, but also they said there would only be 2 brand collaborations in 2025, but we saw the first one, the Hello Kitty DLC, but it was followed up with the Sonic add-on, the Avatar Rites of Passage DLC, the Dungeons & Dragons update, but also Minecraft just collabed with the MLB for a Fan Cave add-on, which is apparently one of the 4 add-ons beating Toycat's Toolkit right now. Darn. But the interesting thing is that there is actually a bunch of things that this gets slightly wrong. However, the reason that I think that I am slightly partial to believing their next project is called Spicewood is because we've seen leaks from Visceral and Cran, and Visceral has gotten a lot of leaks right for other games, and so either they've been very misled with these screenshots for Minecraft Dungeons 2, or there is a sequel to that game in the works, which as you can see feels about right. And so is Jeb hinting at Spicewood? Well, we actually reverse image searched his shirt, credit to Heuristic for the idea of doing this, and apparently this leads you to the Chinese version of the Amazon website where you can buy this exact same Steve the Miner premium t-shirt, and as you can see it's not directly related to Minecraft Dungeons. You can kind of see how it looks a little bit like some spicy wood, but it literally might just be that Jeb is representing the merch. And so what is he recording right now? Well, it's entirely possible it's related to whatever they're about to announce, because as you might already know, Microsoft is holding a big summer game showcase for their Xbox game system, and it's going to be showing upcoming first-party Xbox games. Now, the list of first-party Xbox game developer studios are as so, and you can see on here that here is Mojang, and they are known for, what is that? Minecraft, Minecraft Dungeons. And so while there's a chance they don't show up and they do their own Minecraft Monthly to announce it, I believe that they're already going to be announcing something there, because as we all know, Goose Sniper 454 included, when Vibrant Visuals releases in a few weeks, hopefully, will we be getting the newly updated version in preview or the comparatively basic iteration under the experimental toggle? And the answer is that all of the Vibrant Visuals changes you've seen are going to be in the base game, with a tiny chance that they, at the last minute, put them behind experimental, but they are going to be in base game Minecraft, and as we understand right now, the default graphics option starting in just a few weeks. And so given that that's about to happen, I think that if they're doing a big game showcase for the Xbox Series X to try and encourage people to buy it, I think a lot of people might be hyped by the idea that you can actually play on your Series X at close to 60 FPS with Minecraft looking like this. This is exactly what people are excited for, and so the only question we actually have left, if you are curious, is will they put it behind a toggle? And of course, as Slyrez says, when is the release date? This is something you can only accurately answer by saying June, or more specifically, June 17th to 24th. However, if you want to know the official answer from Mojang, well, Lady Agnes said this.
Keep an eye out for when we announce the name and the release date for this drop.
So we have 2 to 4 weeks until the update comes out, and somewhere in there we're going to be getting an official announcement from Minecraft on its release date and its name. And what's interesting is they've heavily hinted that that time is going to be tomorrow or Monday. That's because they tweeted, yes, on Twitter, they said tune in onto a twist on MC Championship, the same MCC event where you got the cape last year, during TwitchCon, where creators will face off off in wild mini-games to reclaim their team colors. In addition, we'll also be announcing some exciting news in regard to our upcoming game drop. Make sure to tune in. This means that we are almost certainly getting an official release date at that point. However, it seems as though Minecraft, realizing they haven't leaked any of their own information in a while, accidentally put it live on their Portuguese website, because if we go to minecraft.net/ptbr, then they accidentally have already put up the article, at least the preview of it. Our next game drop has a name. Fasten your seatbelts for a very special announcement, because today we can reveal that our next game drop has a name, Chase the Skies. And so we've just found out that the name of the update is Chase the Skies. I'm just amazed at how often Mojang manages to do this, but yeah, we are still going to be learning about the release date tomorrow, so looking forward to finding that out. Speaking of things we're going to find out, I had a really interesting comment from the negative player 4446, which is interesting because they have a negative opinion that Vibrant Visuals looks awful. Everything looks hazy and blinding, just look at the desert, basically no definition. To show you exactly what they're talking about, let's transition into a mesa biome and then into a desert so you can see exactly how Vibrant Visuals changes, and I think immediately it's clear to most people that it's not just a slight fog difference or whatever, but the entire world literally has its color palette slightly shifted so that things are slightly more yellow when you're hanging out in this desert compared to when you were hanging out in a previous biome. This is a... wait, one sec. Do you see that? There's 2 wandering traders here. I've been here for literally 60 seconds and I got 2 wandering traders. Where is this luck when I need it in super flat? Anyway, the crazy thing about the desert is the fact that it does kind of look warm and like this, but I think some people are going to find this jarring, but that's always going to be the case. Vibrant Visuals is default shaders effectively, and although it's the best shaders that exist, in my opinion, not in terms of the overall quality or the reality-ness, but in terms of like the balance between performance and how Minecrafty it feels. Look at this shadow. I think about 30-40% of people who have a powerful hardware just aren't going to want to play it though, because there is a certain Minecraft factor that means many people just don't want shaders. They don't need shadows or anything fancy. They want Minecraft to look like Minecraft, and I hope that Mojang are expecting that, because it is weird to spend so much time working on something and then most people not play it, but given how the Never update has gone, I think people are used to it. I think my only problem with this is honestly the fact that when you're shifting quickly between biomes, say you're flying with an elytra or you're riding a horse very quickly, you'll notice that it can be quite a jarring shift, particularly because you do shift as you go across rivers, so you can see that if I go from one side of the river to another, it's a very, very strange shift there. Also, even stranger in my opinion, is the shift that happens as we go from a desert biome to a cave biome. So I can show you this with this ravine over here. It's not even really quite a ravine actually. Oh, here is the ravine I was talking about. As you can see, the biome changes because this is technically a dripstone cave, and dripstone caves aren't hot. I could see this being useful for something or other, but it feels very, very strange that right here, technically speaking, the temperature changes as you go up and down, and it feels odd that crossing a ravine would have your temperature change. Is that how the real world works? Well, that's, I don't know. You'd have to ask a meteorologist or something. Speaking of asking a meteorologist to be your Minecraft meteorologist, I want to answer this interesting question from Abbas, who says, I have a quick question about Vibrant Visuals. Isn't it meant to come for Java 2? Yes, it is meant to come from Java 2, but it is just going to be Bedrock getting it right now. So Bedrock is getting it on release, which we believe is going to be with the summer drop. Again, it technically could be behind experimental again, but given that they've made no sign this will be the case, it would be a big shock. So we are expecting to see Vibrant Visuals be made the default way of looking at Minecraft literally in the next few weeks, June 17th, June 24th. Maybe if they go really crazy, June 10th. But like what we're expecting to see is that will be the default for Bedrock, and then in the next few weeks and months, it will come for Java. So something notable is when they first said like, oh, later for Java, I just took that to mean that they don't really seriously think it will come to Java anytime soon. But we have had Minecraft Java developers talking about how it would be implemented there, and they've even mentioned things like, yeah, it won't actually come as it won't be labeled Vibrant Visuals on Java. They'll just slowly add each of these features one by one over there in a way that can be slid up and down with sliders. So that is a very interesting quote right there, but it is a sign that it is in fact coming to Java, just not in the super soon future. I would expect the next update for Java will be the autumn drop, and maybe by the end of the year, Vibrant Visuals starts to roll out. But again, Java has its whole own separate timelines going on when it comes to most things. My next comment here comes from AirSquid8532, and it's on my most recent survival Let's Play stream, and they simply say, the Catch-You of Libertoy. I have been playing around with the idea of, like, I joked in the stream that it's actually, my Statue of Liberty is actually the Statue of Libertoy, but this is such a better pun, and you know, I'm immediately gonna take that. If you haven't seen it, by the way, this is my current big project in Minecraft. I'm building a console edition size Nether, and yes, I finished building the walls on day 6969, very fun, but my next stage is actually to completely cover the water in lava. It's going to be a very, very, very intense stage of it, but should be a lot of fun. Anyway, the Catch-You of Libertoy is currently mislabeled because I made a horrible mistake, but over here, I've been recycling my my tough bricks and my copper from my destruction of the trial chamber, and this is what I've got so far, but as you can see, there is a clear mislabeling because this is the Catch-You of Libertoy. I just realized while trying to save space on this sign that actually this was recycled from a trial chamber which has the same initials as me. You know, this really was a project that was meant to be. The Catch-You of Libertoy, recycled from a TC. Anyway though, back to important questions, we have Noah Damzoy5606 saying making saddles craftable would truly make most dungeon chests worthless. And even though I disagree, I think buckets and music discs and wheat and redstone, I think there's plenty of other things that are worthwhile. It is worth noting that this is the crazy thing about tweaking one little thing about Minecraft, is you're accidentally tweaking the whole rest of the game. Simply by making saddles craftable, a great change in its own right, they've actually rebalanced the rest of Minecraft, which is why it's so hard to make these tiny changes and why even these tiny changes actually have huge ramifications for the rest of the game. Speaking of huge ramifications, Eddie Geheim says, can you use the toolkit add-on with an already existing world without it disabling achievements? Yes, you can put any add-on on any world and it won't disable achievements if it's from the marketplace, and you can take it off any world and it also won't do the same. Now, for Toykat's toolkit, I feel like we put a lot of work into balancing it, but we could have just said, oh yeah, there is a piece of armor and when you equip it, you get infinite enchanted gold apples. Or we could have made the, the multi-tool craftable from literally just sticks. And that I think is a little bit crazy, but it's why you have to trust that when an add-on comes out, as well as with its updates, is going to balance around you, which I think is a little bit wild, but it's how Minecraft does it. Speaking of updates, yes, we are working on an update for Toykat's toolkit already. I think that it's great in its initial state, but I want to make sure that add-ons we release do get updates, and so we are currently looking at the best comments from that video. I've seen quite a few good ideas, and we're going to take one of those great ideas and implement it into the 1.1 update alongside other stuff. Should be a lot of fun. Anyway, speaking of a lot of fun, I have one last interesting comment, which is from Trigger Landmac, who says iceboat highways on the Nether roof. This is in reference to the same Lady Agnes video where they're talking about how they balance the happy ghast. They show the blue ice boats, but they show it on the roof of the Nether, and so this makes them think that maybe 256 Nether limit is coming to Bedrock, and this is a really fun and fanciful idea. However, I would like to just remind anyone who looks at the Minecraft YouTube channel, it does have some good content sometimes, that they basically make all of their videos on the Java edition, and I think this is a bias that is just existing internally inside of Mojang Studios. Even though Bedrock and Java are both games they make, it really feels like most developers play the Java edition, which is why despite the claims of parity and the number of Bedrock features that can't be added because they can't make their way over to Java, there are so many exclusive features that get added to Java somewhere between this pre-release and end phase of an update. I think it's hugely interesting, but I think we also have the first big case in a while where there is a huge feature that everyone wants, Java players included, in the form of vibrant visuals, that is going to be Bedrock exclusive, at least for a little bit. Indeed, I think that that is one of the hugely interesting things that I want to recap for a second. Alongside Minecraft Dungeons 2, we are about to get some huge announcements from Minecraft that aren't just going to affect me and you, the average Minecraft player. Yeah, you're just as average as me. We're basically the same, me and you, in terms of how we dress. But I think what's notable to mention is the fact that we are about to see a huge influx of interest in the Minecraft world from people who maybe aren't average day-to-day interested fans. So I want to see how that's going to go. Obviously, as a YouTuber, this means we're going to get all sorts of odd comments about like, oh, I don't understand. How is it that you mine the stone? Or whatever else the case may be. But I'm excited to see a huge influx of Minecraft players. For because, you know, Minecraft is a game that is very seasonal for some people, and it's exciting to know that those people are going to have something big and new, both in the form of the main game and maybe in the form of a spin-off very soon. But either way, I hope you have all enjoyed this video today. I am actually just about to head up to Wales. It's my first road trip in that new car I bought. Let's hope the car can make it there, and let's hope even more that it can make it back. For now though, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then like, favorite, and subscribe, because I'll see you in the next one, unless you give me a bribe.